This is the second video in my Hub series, and in this video I'm going to show you how to create units and how to create different lessons, tests, and other materials for you to use in your classroom. Okay, so we are going to go to the waffle up here, and we are going to find my grade 8 class. Now you can search it in the search engine at the top if you know what you're looking for. I just prefer to scroll. So I've used this class already with another teacher giving them some help, so we're going to go through it again on here. So what this does is this brings you to the Hub version of where everything's going to be. So we're at course home right now. Anything you post here is just a news feed. It's like your Facebook news feed. The kids can scroll through it, they can comment on it, but they can't do anything else with it. Okay, so what you're going to do if you want to create anything is you're just going to type in your message. You can tie it to an assignment if you would like, but I find that it's a little confusing to tie it here. So you're going to create a message for them. You're going to type in your title, and you can allow or disallow comments. So if this is just a message, say sending happy thoughts your way, and you don't want the kids to be able to comment back, you're going to take that check mark off. Now you can choose to post this now, or you can choose to post this later. If you click post later, this little pop-up comes up and it asks you what date and time you would like it to show up. So I'm doing this and it's 12:30 in the morning. So it's just after midnight. I don't want the kids all getting alerts at just after midnight because this is when I decided to sit down and do this. But what I can do is switch this to an 8 a.m. post. And now at 8 a.m., this post will go live. And until then, it's just scheduled. So you can see it's scheduled here. Here's my post, and I'm going to create save. Now, where did it go? You've got one planned post right here, and that's where you can click on to go back into it and edit if you so need or delete if you choose. Okay? So this means that if you're on a roll and you're making posts about, Happy Monday, Motivational Monday, whatever it is, and you want to do one every single Monday, you can sit here and do them all at the same time, and you don't have to wake up every Monday at 8 a.m. in order to post. Now, second part of this assignment, we're going into content. So, with content, one thing I do like is that the Hub allows you to create units. So, you've got this little button here that says New Unit. What that does is if you want to create a unit, say on, this is a music class, so let's say we're going to do it on Gershwin. And it's just a history unit on Gershwin. I can choose right now whether to have it remain hidden or visible. Hidden means that until I take it off, the kids can't see it. So I'm just going to save because I don't want my kids to see this. And you can see the little eye is still here. You can toggle this at any time right here. As soon as you toggle it, the eye will disappear or not, and this allows students to either see it or not. Now, I've created the unit, but I don't have anything inside it. So I'm going to add, and this is really nice and easy for you. You can create a whole bunch of different stuff here. You can give them links. You can go into your Google Drive. You can create assignments. For this particular one, I'm going to create an assignment. So these are assignments I've created before. I'm going to look for a new one. So I'm going to create a new one. And submission type. So this is what are you looking for from the student? Now, observed in person. I'm going to start at the bottom and work up. Observed in person, that's when we were still in the classroom and we were using the Hub as a combination of blended online and in-classroom recordings and learning. That's not going to happen right now. On paper submission, again, little tricky, don't suggest you use. Text submission, that means that they simply have to type an answer to you. So if you ask them a question and just like in the chat, you just want them to say, yes, I saw this, or yes, I did it, you can just say text. Or if you want them to actually do an assignment and hand in a file, then this is what you're going to select. So I'm going to select file submission because that's the one you're most likely going to use. And I'm going to say it's the composer of the month assignment. So I can then say what I want them to do with this assignment and any details I would like in here. And I can create, or I can create an insert. So I'm just going to go ahead and insert it because that puts it right in the Gershwin unit. So as soon as I click the little arrow here, it will disappear or it will appear again. Now, we haven't really done much with this assignment other than create it and give it a brief description. So when I click on it, it's going to say view the assignment in the assignments tool. This is where your bread and butter is. This is where you're going to get to really play with it. So if you go to the assignment, it opens up the assignment and it allows you to edit it here on the second tab. It also allows you to email users without submissions. So close to the deadline, if you're missing those handed in assignments from kids, click on that and you'll be able to email everybody who hasn't handed it in. You can add feedback files and you can do a whole bunch more stuff like a submission log or exemptions. This is going to be real popular with anybody who's got IEPs or ESL. Okay, so edit assignment is where we're going to go right now. And this walks us through the actual properties of the assignment. So like I said, it's the title and the description that we gave. An attachment, if I want to attach an example, if I want to attach a video or an audio giving a quick little lesson, or if I want to attach a rubric. That would all be a good spot for that. Now, you can also select group assignment if you so choose. And you can also choose, again, what type of submission you're looking for. I'm going to keep it on file. Here, do I want one and done or do I want unlimited? Which means that if the kid uploads the wrong file, they've used their one and done, they can't upload anymore. Or do I want unlimited so they get a second chance? Now, here's another spot. All submissions are kept, only the most recent or only one submission is allowed. I would suggest you keep all submissions because then that way, if something goes wrong, you can look at old files or you can see what people did when they submitted it wrong. Notification email, if you click the little question mark here, will tell you this is where you're going to pick your email that you want to receive notifications whenever a submission's uploaded. So if you put in your work email in here, anytime a kid hands in an assignment, you're going to get a little email that says so-and-so handed in their assignment. Category, don't have any categories set up yet. So you can create different categories if you so choose. You can create a score if it's out of 100% or 50. You can create different grades. You can add a rubric down here. Like I said, you can attach it up here under attachments, or down at the bottom, you can create a rubric. There you can add one or you can create your own. There's a whole bunch of tools here. Anonymous marking allows you to make sure that you're being very just, that you're not grading it based on the kid. Now, one of the things that I was asked about was setting things up with due dates and setting things up to be posted later. All of that's going to be under restrictions right here. So this second tab right at the top of the screen, you can choose has a due date. You can choose has a start date and an end date. So this means that if it has a start date, when are the kids going to be able to see it and start working on it? If it has an end date, when is it going to disappear? And when is it due? I highly recommend that if you have a due date and a start date, you don't have to have an end date. If you do choose to have an end date, I recommend it's well after the due date, just because you're always going to get those kids who don't hand it in on time. Okay? Now, you can allow users special access. So, this is for when we have the ESL and the IEP kids and we're creating different assignments. You can allow students with special access to see this folder, and you can create a folder that is just for IEP or ESL and add those kids or add those, weaker students. And then if this assignment is just for them and nobody else, and then no one else can see what they're working on. Okay, and objectives. I personally don't go into this too much, but technically you can create different learning objectives. You can create different curriculum ties and stuff in here. And as we are worried right now with plagiarism, Turnitin is built into the hub. This allows you to make sure that there's similar scores for originality check, and you can enable the originality check. This makes sure that there's no plagiarism. Okay, so this is all about how to create, edit, and post an assignment. Once everything's done, you save and close, and then your assignment will appear here. Now, where I am right now is this box right here. So you can access your assignments through the content and scroll down and see all of your different units and all of your different assignments. Or, if you so choose, you can go to the top of your screen, which it's not allowing me to do right now. There it is. Or not. Okay, you could go to the top of your screen and hit the assignments button if you so chose. So it's not going to let me do it right now, so I guess this is a good spot to end the video. If you need any more help, please let me know when it comes to the hub. So far we've gone through content, creating units, and creating individual assignments, as well as where to find those assignments once they're done. Okay? You can do a lot more stuff with this program, so I'm going to create a couple more videos, but that'll get you the basics for now.